The MELD testnet is 2 days away. Are you guys ready for what's about to come? What is going on, crypto fam? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Fareed, and in today's video I want to highlight an announcement that was just made by the MELD team surrounding their upcoming testnet. Now, if it's your guys' first time running into MELD, they're going to be a next-gen DeFi protocol being built on Cardano. This particular platform will allow for you to trade your crypto for other crypto assets, and they'll also be providing crypto to fiat services. Now, over the course of the last few months, they've been anticipating their launch on the Cardano testnet. This will be happening in 2 days, which will be on January 16th of 2023. In my last video, I highlighted how to actually register for participating in their testnet. And if you're not aware, they essentially had an application out, and it was a pretty simple one. I'll go ahead and leave the link to that video. Unfortunately, since then, the testnet registration has already closed, so you can't actually go ahead and register anymore. But if I'm not mistaken, the MELD team had up to about 4,000 to 5,000 different applicants, and they only were able to select 500. So you had about a 1 in 7 or a 1 in 8 chance to actually get picked for the testnet. Now, on the heels of that, I've got some awesome news. I woke up this morning to an email from the official MELD team. Now, this email, I'm going to be breaking it down and essentially reviewing all the information that's listed in it, but it basically breaks down the fact that I've officially, been selected to participate in the testnet and what I'll need to do in order to get ready on January 16th. So if this type of video interests you, please make sure to tap that like button. If it's your first time stopping by the Dab Central YouTube channel, consider subscribing. And if you guys are wanting to keep up to date with all of the latest news, especially when it comes to the release of this testnet, right, then make sure to stay tuned, turn on the notification bells, and if you have any questions, leave those down in the comment section below. Now that we have that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump straight into this email here related to the testnet. So as it states here, welcome to the MELD testnet. Great news, you've been selected to be one of 500 participants in our private testnet. This means that you'll get an early look and the opportunity to play around using the MELD app. Now, you don't have to worry if you've never participated in a testnet before. This process will be pretty simple and straightforward. Once we're live, you'll be emailed the link to the testnet and a one-time use unique code that will give you access to the app, where you can then set up your wallet and start lending and borrowing. Now, the way that this team is actually executing this testnet so far gives me really high hopes. I know that this particular team is very methodical when it comes to design and execution, and the fact that they're essentially going to be using a closed off testnet with a code system, I think is already off to a good start. Now, this will ensure that nobody who does not have the proper access gets access to the testnet, and keep in mind that this is going to be a one-time code, so it's not going to be something that you can actually share with other members once you receive your own code. Jumping back into the email, we will send you all of the information you need about how to operate the testnet and help us become better. Now, all of the tokens that you need for testing will automatically appear in your wallet after you set it up. Now, in my last interview with Ken, who is their CEO, he basically mentioned that they would have a single faucet that you can essentially connect your wallet to and receive up to 10 different test assets. I'm going to go ahead and actually highlight those assets here in just a minute. Keep in mind that these tokens do not hold any value because you're on the testnet, and you cannot transfer them to the mainnet. This is just V1 of the testnet, and it does not include all of the features that the MELD app will offer. So I think I just want to kind of just clarify and just bring this home here. So the team is going to be essentially giving us an MVP, and I don't want to say that, we're going to have all the bells and whistles, but it does look like we'll at least have the ability to lend and borrow. We'll be able to perform swaps as well as liquidations as part of this V1 application. Now, they are also working on a mobile version of this as well, which they've essentially got the design for ready, but they're not going to be making that accessible as a part of this V1 release. Now, the testnet will continuously evolve, bringing in more features and upgrades as we go. We will be testing different protocol parameters on our end, and we ask for your support and collaboration. Some tests might make your transactions fail for a period of time, your rate go up, cause your loan to be liquidated, or from time to time, your yield to go to the moon. So again, they're being fully transparent in the fact that this is a testnet. They are expecting for bugs to be found. They're expecting for things to break. And that's exactly why they've selected these 500 dedicated participants to essentially help them do that. Now, the testnet is for testing, and there will be bugs and issues of all kinds, and we will be working hard to fix them all. I can definitely agree to this here. I know that there's an internal Telegram chat that I'm a part of with the team, and they've been doing an awesome job of keeping us updated and setting expectations as to what we can actually expect for this testnet. Now, the next thing I want to highlight is going to be some of the tokens that we can actually expect to see on their testnet. So this screenshot was actually posted by the team during the 25 days of MELD, which was a series of announcements and partnership integrations that took place during the month of December. Now, if you guys want to find out about all of the partners that they partnered with, as well as all the integrations that they'll be making to the MELD platform, I do have a fully dedicated playlist that I'll leave a link to down below in the description. And that's, I believe, 24 or 25 videos. So again, I highlighted each particular integration that occurred. And if you guys are interested, I highly recommend that you check that out. Now, in terms of tokens that we can expect to see on the testnet, again, with this single use faucet, we can expect to see the Cornucopias token, or the Copy token, which is for a play to earn, learn to earn, build to earn, and host to earn metaverse building on Cardano using Unreal Engine 5. We can also expect to see the IUSD token, as well as the IBTC token, which will be synthetic assets or synthetic representations of those tokens building on Cardano given by the Indigo protocol. We can also expect to see the Test ADA token, which I think is pretty normal or expected. We'll also obviously see the Test MELD token, as well as the Test Hosky token. So Hosky's a pretty recognized meme coin on the Cardano network. If you guys don't know about them, then definitely make sure to get up to speed on them. But we'll also be able to essentially play around with their token on the testnet. We're also going to see the Indy token, which is the native governance token for the Indigo protocol. We'll also see the C3 token, which is the Charlie 3 Oracle platform service, as well as the MinSwap token and the Wing Riders DEX. Now, I want to read off a few additional things here that is listed within the actual email. So let me just pick back up here, and I'm going to just kind of keep my email a little bit private from here on out. So it says here what the MELD team expects from you. Overall, the MELD protocol will be subject to rigorous tests to ensure that the protocol functions at the desired parameters and that every functionality and feature works as intended. Some of the tests the MELD team will perform on the protocol during the testnet will include adjusting pools and protocol parameters, measuring the impact of different risk parameters, load testing all components of the systems, adding and removing pools, adding new features to the protocol, and they've got in quotes here, the bank managers. You guys, I think it's time. So the MELD team has been facing a lot of criticism here over the past few weeks, and I personally think it's all been unwarranted, and I'm hoping that with the launch of this testnet, we will see all of that begin to subside. So jumping back into this email here, we can expect, I think, something close to the bank managers occurring during the testnet. Now, they'll also be testing liquidations, right, with bots. And then they'll also be testing whale manipulation. I don't know about you guys, but I think that this is one of the most thought through testnets that we are going to see on the Cardano network. If you guys agree with me, leave a comment down below. If you disagree, also leave a comment down below as to why that reasoning is. In the last paragraph of the email, it states, a lending and borrowing protocol is incomplete without the surrounding ecosystem, which is why we've gotten Wing Riders to set up DEX pools for all assets you are receiving from the faucet. Feel free to send your tokens to a NAMI connected wallet to the pre-prod testnet and to trade and supply liquidity. Also, you can try to wind up your position and in general, have fun. We want you to focus and perform on the following. Set up a wallet in the early access MELD app and access the lending and borrowing protocol interface. Test the supply and borrowing of assets, perform a DEX swap on Wing Riders testnet, wind up and leverage your positions, short a token by borrowing it and swapping it out for USD, and to be as degenerate as possible. So all the degens, you are welcome on the MELD testnet. You can also report bugs via the app and chat box or submit a form through the formal process. Now, we hope to achieve the following: to verify that the protocol works as intended in a live environment, to find and fix all bugs, to evaluate the risk factors with the goal of providing the best parameters and experience for our testnet users when we go to mainnet. We also hope to see some creative and unexpected use of the protocol, and very lastly, for you to have a blast with our great community. Stay tuned for our next email, and thank you again for your continued support. You guys, I told you, man, this particular protocol is one of my favorites, and I think that as I just continue to just stick around more and more, that belief becomes greater and greater. Again, I know that there's a lot of FUD. I'm trying to essentially just kind of push through that, and we're going to see exactly what the MELD team has been building over the course of the last few months in about 2 days. Again, if you guys want to find out what the actual testnet looks like, make sure to subscribe here, turn on your bell notifications. And if you guys have any questions for me about the MELD testnet, then make sure to leave a comment down below. I will see you guys in the next video.